All right, so we've started recording. It's 4 o'clock on Friday, February, what day is it? The 26th. It's the first day of SPA 2021, the online version. As of right now, all of the video that has been linked to in the guide and in any other communications you've had from me is now open in YouTube. So now the entire guide is active and ready for you to play with. I hope you've had a chance to download it, and if you have any questions after we get through this basic introduction, you'll be able to ask those, and then we can start the weekend. This is just going to be a quick introduction, a welcome to the day. Now, in Freeport, we don't have this opportunity to get with all of you and welcome you to start the whole event. We just basically throw open the doors and run to the side of the marketplace so that we don't get run over. That would be happening right about now. But for now, all we can do is just welcome you here and hope that you find some value of any of the activities during the weekend. I said that I would explain to you where I was in Swansboro this weekend. I needed to spoil myself anyway. So even with COVID, I've been safe as houses for a year now, bored to tears at my house. So decided to be as safe as possible and come over to Swansboro to the Hampton Inn on the coast. It's right near Emerald Isle, beautiful area, because they have better bandwidth. And if I was going to try to run this event online, I can't have DSL as my bandwidth. It's just not going to happen out in the sweet potato fields. So came over here to the hotel for the weekend and to get a little pampering. The Hilton here, the Hilton property of the Hampton Inn, is just as awesome as our locations in Freeport. And it kind of feels like it's almost spa-like, not quite, but that's why I'm here. So yeah, so you've all had a chance to look at the guide. I want to apologize up front for any omissions, any errors. If again, spelling errors, I do realize that I spelled a few things wrong, but I'll go back and fix those and maybe republish a new version after the weekend. Look over the agenda, attend as many events as you want, or none of them. It depends on what you have time for. Go shopping, support our vendors so that they can be here next year. We're trying this obviously for the first year, and it's on a pretty grand scale for a first attempt. So we're going to see what happens. And you know what? If it works, we may add a virtual component to spa events going forward. I mean, why not? For the people who can't come, for the vendors who can't make it, or that we don't have room for because we only have 22, 23 spots, right? Maybe we'll work on a virtual side event to go on at the same time. If this works and it's really well received, we might just do that. So let us know at the end of the weekend what you think about what you attend and how it works, and whether you hate it or love it. That will be a really good source of feedback for us to make some decisions about what goes forward. We really do hope to have in-person SPA 2022. I even have the dates set. I've paid the deposits. The money's out of my pocket, so we're doing it. No lie. What else do I want to tell you? There's a few things I had made a note of, so let me just dig up that file so we don't forget. Yeah, so bear with us as we try this again. It's new. If vendors mess up with their connections, if you can't connect to something, they only have an hour or so, and they may have a lot of stuff to share with you. So just be patient and try to connect. If you can't, we are going to record as much as possible and upload them to our shiny new YouTube stations, our channel. So you'll be able to go there and watch them at your convenience. And if you miss something, again, same thing. Don't worry about it. We'll try to get it published up onto the YouTube channel as soon as possible after an event is over. Let's see what else.
Can I jump
boy.
in? Can't jump in. I'm muted. Am I muted?
I'm going to mute you now because we're going to have questions and answers in just a sec. So give me just a minute for that. Yeah, so what else? Let me just dig up my notes again. Yeah, I keep overwriting it. I did send out an email about an hour or two ago, just letting you know some basic technical issues and what to do. Like I said, if you can't get into a meeting, don't panic, just wait for the recording. There is a 100-person limit on meetings. Even for this kickoff though, we only have 30 people right now. So I don't think you're going to be hitting up against a limit, not being able to get in. So don't worry about that. Vendors have the choice to record their sessions or not. It's up to them, depending on what they're doing and where they're doing it. They may not be able to. So don't be upset if we don't put up recordings for everything. We'll do our best. That's basically all I have. I'm going to unmute Melissa, and if you'd like to add anything. And let me just get that. There you go. Hey, Melissa.
Hi. So welcome, everybody. I suppose since I volunteered to take on the role of running the greeters table, that I should greet you all. So greetings. I know, I'm really sad that we're not going to be meeting together this year, and I'm sure you guys all are, but hopefully we will be back next year. I think things are starting to look a little hopeful with the vaccine out and all that. And it's weird. I remember this time last year, we were just starting to hear about this coronavirus thing, and we were like, hand sanitizer everywhere, everybody wash your hands, and don't come if you're sick. And then it was like, what, 2-3 weeks, boom, everything was just shut down, and we were in this full-blown pandemic. And it's a year later. I mean, wow, we've all been through a lot, and I'm sure some of you have been through more than others. So we just got to hang in there, and let's just take a break this weekend and reconnect, relax, just take a break from it all, and get our fiber on. So if any of you would like to be a part of the greeters table next year, please reach out. I'm going to go ahead and put my email in the chat, but it's also in the guide. If you've done it in the past and you have some suggestions, tips, those would be appreciated. And I want to make it a lot of fun for everybody that comes to SPA, and have information for people when they need it and all that. So that's all I got. I was going to say, it's nice to see there's vendors here, and you guys don't even usually get to participate like this. So how cool is that we can be here virtually, and the vendors can just sit around and chit chat with us too.
Yeah, that is a great side benefit to this. I guess looking for the silver lining is what we have had to do for well over a year now. Can I just say too, and I've said this on my Facebook page a lot, every year leaving SPA for the past, how long have I been doing this? Like 12 years now. I always get the plague. By the time I get back to North Carolina, I am sick as a dog. I have not had a cold now in 2 years. So again, silver lining. Last year we escaped. For the most part, none of us went home sick, and that was amazing. And I think it was because of our hyper paranoid kind of keep away from each other, fist bumps instead of hugs, and hand sanitizer almost every 30 seconds. It worked. So, and actually we were the last large scale fiber event to happen since the pandemic started. And so that's something that we can hold on to, that we were able to keep it together. Sue, are you in here? Did you make it? Sue is our other planner. She's our vendor coordinator. I don't see her here. So she had to work. So she said she'd try to come in. All right, so I'm going to unmute you, but put yourself back on mute if you're not going to talk or have a question, so that we don't have a lot of background noise, okay? So give me a second to do that. And actually, I'm just going to allow you to unmute yourself as needed. So you're still muted. If you have a question, though, unmute yourself and
Hi, Lauren. Hi, everyone. I just want to say, let SPA commence. And may we have a merry SPA.
Dana, you
The best
crazy.
of luck to everyone. I'm so excited to be here. Have fun, everyone, and enjoy.
Have another martini, honey.
We are so grateful that you guys are here.
Yeah, we love you like our luggage, and we are so happy that so many of you were able to participate. It's been a hard year, especially for you. So glad to see you.
You guys, we miss you guys so much, and I'm so happy to see you. I'm gonna mute now.
Okay. Does anybody have any specific questions or anything you want to bring up? You can unmute yourself and just jump in. Betsy, do you have something? Go ahead.
I just want to say that I've been to every SPA from the beginning. And I am so grateful that I didn't miss this one this year, even though it's not the same. It is so sad and so glad to be here today. Thank you so much, planners. Thank you so much for the tech stuff, Lauren. I know it's been really difficult, but I really appreciate it.
You're very welcome. It's been fun to do it. And like I said to some of you who came in early, I got to see everything first. So, perk. Anybody else have anything to add? Or Sharon, do you have something? You're kind of waving your hand there.
I also want to say it's so great to see faces, and I know it's been a heck of a year for many of us, but I love seeing 100 Ray businesses there, and I thank you. And oh my gosh, all you guys, the vendors, and I know it's been a really tough year for everybody, but I'm looking forward to next year and really getting together. And as you know, I've been always one that goes for the cocktails, so I'm ready. And Melissa, I might be interested in helping out with the table. In the past, I've kind of filled in here and there when people needed a break or something, but I'd be interested in helping.
Awesome. Awesome.
Okay.
Will you do me a favor and just shoot me an email, and I'm going to start a little list, and I promise I won't inundate you with emails. I just want to
Not a problem.
reach out when the time comes, Thanks.
Susan, go ahead.
I just wanted to say that this is my first time attending SPA, but I've known about it for years and years. And I knew about it last year. And I think at that point I was in Massachusetts, and I just sort of felt it was too much of a unknown. I just didn't dare do it because we were beginning to hear of COVID. But I've known about it, and now I'm in Topsom, Maine. So I'm only up the road from SPA next year. So I will attend for sure. I look forward to being introduced to it this weekend. Thank you.
That's great. People come just for the day. We call them day trippers, just for when we try to keep track of who's coming. So you don't have to rent a hotel room if you don't want to. You can just come on up for an afternoon or for the whole weekend. Some of us come up, we come up on the Tuesday and leave kicking and screaming on the Sunday or Monday. So, if I could do it for a whole week, I would. And there's more of us, but you're welcome to come and make it as what we want. Now, and I also want to say that just like the in-person SPA, all us planners are doing, all we're doing is building the foundation for your weekend. We're putting the pieces in place. We're building the walls. We're setting up the joists. It's up to you to hang the curtains, to paint the walls, to make it what you want it to be. So just like in person, you can go to nothing. You can go shopping on the guide, or you can do everything. You can dance your heart out on Casey's session that she has coming up where she's going to DJ for you. You can go to every live situation. You can get your bats made to order by Good Karma Farm. You can do whatever you want or nothing at all. It's up to you. Once we put this in place and put all the links in there and all that, we can stand back and have some fun too, just like in the in-person event. So we hope that you'll take advantage of everything to the extent that you're able to, and that you'll have the excitement keep going for hopefully the festivals that will open up this year. And we're definitely going to be back in 2022. We'll all have the jabs. We'll all be ready to do it safely. So I'm looking forward to that. Thank you so much, Melissa, for making sure that we have our greeters table planning started. Oh, which reminds me, another thing, the Knitting for Giving. We always have that bin at the table to have you contribute your hats and scarves and every other beautiful piece to donate. And it's a stash buster. We have no requirements for fiber or pattern or anything, and we'll still do that for 2022. So therefore, I expect twice as many things in that bin. Spread the word. Use up your stash busting stuff, your little bits and bobs of pieces that you're done using for your regular projects, and knit some hats, and we'll make sure that they get to the right places for the people who need them. So anybody have any other questions, comments? Raise your hand and you can unmute yourself and jump in. Laura, I just saw that you're here. Hey, baby. Lucille, can you hear us? Okay, good. And Ruth contributed to the guide. Claire contributed to the guide. Thank you so much for doing that. Of course, if you didn't see Patty and Julie's Thelma and Louise trip to Freeport in the guide, you need to go see it. It was wonderful. I was kind of, misty at that too, because I miss Freeport. Anybody else?
I went to Freeport today because I needed to at least go to.
Did you go to Mother of Pearl?
I went to Mother of Pearl. I went to Grace's. I went to Yarn Cellar.
I'm totally jealous.
I went downtown Freeport. I had lunch at Gritty's. Yeah, I at least got some taste of what we usually do at Spot. It was a, I usually have this as my full vacation week. So I usually show up at Spa on Monday or Tuesday. And then I'm there for the whole week. Usually make a little trip to the casino. So less expensive for me than what I usually do. So yeah, it was nice to get up there.
Now
So
I want those
have
pork fries
photos.
so bad. Oh my
I didn't
God.
get any pork fried. I tried some new stuff. So because I usually do something different every time we go. So I kept that
Excellent.
tradition and got something that I hadn't gotten before. So and
Laura's raising her hand too. She probably
Yeah.
has.
I want to
What's
know,
up?
Carrie Ann, did you get any donuts?
I knew she was going to ask something about donuts. I'm sorry. I just knew it.
I was gonna go and get the donut and take a photo, except I couldn't find it. The sign's not there anymore, and that worries me.
I have my cheesy poofs. I'm okay.
Exactly, Laura.
And White Claw's chilling in the refrigerator.
And I was not sure if it's because of what's going on, that they are temporarily, but I couldn't even find the sign.
What's the name of the
Oh.
place? I'll Google it.
Frosties.
I was calling it Lucky's earlier.
Yeah,
Frosty.
I
You're
couldn't.
right.
There's usually a sign out front with the donut, and I couldn't find it at all. So I'm fingers crossed it's a temporary thing. But I
It's
didn't.
usually either right past Starbucks or right before Starbucks.
It wasn't
I
there.
think you're right. By the way, if any
Mhm.
of you haven't noticed yet, people are putting comments in the chat. So you can click on your chat bubble and see things that folks have typed in instead of speaking. So that's another way to share information with us if you'd like. So it's about, well, it's 4:18. If you don't have anything else you want to talk about or ask questions of, we can certainly stop this recording and then we'll see you again at 7, hopefully. And if not, during the weekend. Anybody have anything else? Melissa's raising her hand. And Pam. Pam, we'll go with you first. You need to unmute, Pam. Pam, you need to unmute. Let me see if I can do that for you. Hold on. Yeah, still not hearing you, hon.
You know, now
There you
can
go. Yeah. What's
I
up?
was playing with it. I was trying to see the other screens because I'm just getting like 9 people. And so I was trying to get some more faces. And so that I didn't really have my hand up.
Oh, okay. All right.
And
Melissa, you do have your hand up. What's up?
Yeah, Frosties is closed, but they're still open in Brunswick and Bath, but they closed their Freeport location.
Does anybody remember, speaking of Brunswick, and it's a leap, but I'll get there. 10 years ago, we lost power in the hotel, in the Hilton, and I'm sure in the Harris Seagate, we all lost power because of the ice storm. And the reason I'm thinking Brunswick is because the Hilton actually went up to their property up in Brunswick to get us hot coffee that morning. That was an awesome thing for them to do. But just in case you didn't know, we were about a half an hour from canceling Spa that year, just sending everybody home because power had been out for so long and they didn't know when it was coming. And luckily it came back on. So we've had worse. Can you imagine having to send everybody home once we're already there? So I'm glad to see everybody is healthy and happy to be here. If you have lost anyone this year, just my condolences. You know, we're a tight family, so we do know of some people that we did lose this year. It's a sad thing. Hopefully we'll be able to get back together next year and make up with it with all the huggings and well, I'll still be doing fist bumps. I'm not a hugger, just so you know. But so glad to see you all and hope to see you again this weekend. Last chance before I close down the meeting.
Well, thank you for doing this. It's very nice, and I look forward to more things this weekend and participating in some of the events that are going on online. So thank
Great.
you all for doing this. I appreciate it.
I just hope it all goes
Yeah.
as smoothly. This wasn't bad at
Right.
all.
I actually wound up logging into the wrong Zoom because when you went down to the bottom of that document, it had an example of a Zoom link,
Right.
and I clicked on that one, not realizing that each one was scheduled
separately with different logins. So some people might have wound up doing what I did also, but
Okay. Well, I'll be putting up the recording so that at least you'll be able to see this much. And again, if you don't have the agenda yet, download that. The agenda in the first couple pages is where you would find all of your live links, and your YouTube video links are within each vendor's section. There's lots of stuff to look at, lots of stuff to click on. So it's a very interactive document for you all to play with this weekend. Have fun.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lauren.
Bye-bye, y'all. I'm going to stop the recording now.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.